G'day folks, Steve from Vintage Restorations Australia here. In today's episode, we restore the rims, fit some new tyres, we receive a Smith's heater that we try to fit, and we also start working on the hood sticks for the rear of the ute. Before we get going on today's video, I just want to explain that the audio and the visual is a bit up and down as far as quality goes. The reason for that is my iPhone 8 that I normally film on had a bit of an altercation with the tailgate of the Landrover. Suffice to say, the Landrover won and the iPhone didn't. Subsequently, this week's episode's a little bit compacted. I've sort of edited it quite heavily. Next week, obviously, I'm back to a new phone, as you can see now. But next week, hopefully, will be a bit better. If I don't wreck this phone, which is possible. But I've got insurance now. Ratchet is living up to its name. It is a bit ratchet. I need one of them. Got a set of 5 matching rims here. I'm going to take them into town, get the tyres off and get them sandblasted. So we've just got these rims back from the sandblaster. They're all blasted and looking clean. You can see these ones are quite pitted. They need a bit of metal into here, so I'm just going to do a bit of pad welding and grinding, because there's nothing more fun than that on a Friday arvo. So now they're all cleaned up, we're going to etch prime them, spray that on. Then I've got the local paint shop to mix up this Rover limestone in an epoxy enamel, fast dry enamel. So I'll get that sprayed on. That's the primer sprayed on. Now we're ready for the pretty coat, top coat. Tyres, a few dollars worth there. Get them out, get them on. Well, there she is with the new boots on. They look a bit more proportionate, I think. So I just sort of went for a tyre that's not quite a bar tyre, it's a contemporary take on a bar tyre. I thought they'd look okay. You know, this little car is going to chug along at about 60 at the most, so I don't need super tyres or anything. I live on a farm on a dirt road, so I needed something that was kind of an on-road, off-road tyre. A lot of what I do is around the farm and things, so that guided my decision on that tyre. Also the fact that that's the only one I could get in a 700 by 16 in the far south coast where I live. We're not exactly spoilt for choice. Starting to look like she should. Look at that, a genuine Smith's heater. What a beauty. Perfect for the hole in the bulkhead there. The guy that sold me this said he was unsure that it worked or not. There's a few little bits missing here and there, but I'm thinking I'm going to keep it kind of as it is. See if it goes. No. Oh, there it goes. Oh! Goes like a beauty. That's great. Just do a quick check to see that this actually fits. It looks like it should. Looks like this is exactly what's come out of the old girl. So the holes, look at that. I think the holes even line up. Boom. That's exactly the heater that's come out of it. So we'll give this a clean up, get it working, and then we're going to put it in there. Still someone's monstered a big hole in that. So we might have to put a little plate over there to blank that off, drill through and then bolt it in. So I guess that's better than having to plate the whole area. Sweet. So you may notice two things here. One, the vision suddenly got better because I've got a new camera / phone. And the other is that the heat exchange out of this is not here. The reason for that is when I tested it, it leaked. So it needs a little bit of pulling the bits and resoldering. So I've sent that out to John because John's kind of a bit more competent than me. Well, he's actually competent and I'm not. So that's gone out to John. So the heater will sit here like this. I'll give it a bit of a clean up, and when John gets that back to me at his leisure, we'll put it back together. Hopefully John can fix that coil. They're notoriously difficult to fix. If not, we might be making one because the reproduction ones from Clayton's in the UK are prohibitively expensive on my beer budget. What goes where with this? I might just suck it and see, eh? I think that one goes in there. Needs a bit of soldering up here. Just come down to the house to consult with the cattle dog. What the cattle dog says is the hoops, or the sticks rather, that I have are for an 86 or an 88. This stick is the same as this one and also this one. I do actually have two of these. What I don't have is this intermediate stick here. But I do have a sort of homemade version of this in my pile of parts. I found this intermediate hood stick in my pile of goodies over in the boneyard there. It hasn't got an attachment on that end. It's got one like this. It sort of looks a bit modified, but I'm going to replicate that and weld one up for the other end there. Just cut it out of this sort of section of box, steel hollow section. So I'll manufacture one of those, pop it on, and that should do the job rather nicely. So there's that intermediate one. You can see there, they all kind of match. This has got the same mounting, so that should all work. So I guess from this point I've just got to manufacture a couple of tie tubes to go here. I've got some spare bits and pieces there, but they're not actually the right ones. I'd like to keep those. They're all good genuine parts in nice condition. I've got a little 86 incher down the bottom that they could be used for. So I don't want to destroy those. So I'll just find a bit of gal pipe that can do the job of those tie tubes. I think that'll look pretty good with a hood on it. That about wraps it up for today, folks. I hope you enjoyed that and got something out of it. We're still waiting on parts, as you can probably tell. We're really starting to slow down and I'm running out of bits and pieces to do with this. I've got to get these rims off in the next week or so and have a look at those brakes. I suspect we might have to take those slave cylinders out, send them away and get them re-sleeved and then rebuild the brake system. Anyway, that's for next week. So if you haven't liked the video, like it, and if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do. Take care of yourselves and look after each other. Hello, Juno. Do you like the Landrover, Juno? You do? Why? Really? And the colour and things? Really? What's your favourite feature of the Landrover? Oh, the noise. Huh? Really? What else? Anything else? Do you like the new wheels? I particularly like them. And what about the colour, the limestone? Really? Oh, that's great. And the sticks for the back, what about them? Really? They sound good, don't they? Do you want to get out of the car now? Okay.